Welcome back, students. Let us start part 3 of topic demand analysis. In this part, I am going to discuss determinants of demand. Determinants of demand. So, we will discuss the factors which determine the demand. The demand for goods is determined by the following factors. Number 1, price. Price determines the demand for a commodity to a large extent. Consumer prefers to purchase a product in large quantities when the price of the product is less, and they purchase a product in small quantities when the price of the product is high. That we have discussed in the individual demand. That is, higher the price, lower the demand. Lower the price, higher is the demand. This is very simple. Second, income. Income of a consumer decides purchasing power, which in turn influences the demand for the product. Rise in income will lead to rise in demand for the commodity, and fall in income will lead to fall in demand for the commodity. So in a very simple thing, you can say higher the income, higher is the demand, lower the income, lower is the demand. Direct relation between income and demand, and inverse relation between price and demand. Third, prices of substitutes. If a substitute good is available at a lower price, then people will demand cheaper substitutes than costly goods. For example, if the price of sugar rises, then demand for jaggery will rise, right? Or if the price of Rexona soap is very high, and if the price of Lux is less, people will go for Lux, not for Rexona. This is what you have to understand. So demand for the commodity depends upon the prices of substitute goods. Next, prices of complementary goods. Change in the price of one commodity would also affect the demand for the other commodity. For example, car and fuel. If the prices of fuel rises, demand for vehicles will fall. Next, nature of product. If a commodity is a necessity, then it is unavoidable, then the demand will continue to be the same irrespective of the price of that commodity. For example, medicine to control the blood pressure. Medicine is very important, it is necessity. Food products, they are very, very important, they are necessity to our life. So whatever is the price, we pay and we purchase. So demand depends on the nature of the product. If it is necessity, pen is very necessity or very important for the students. If the price of pen is rising, even then your demand will be same. There will not be change in the demand. Next, size of population. Larger the size of population, greater will be the demand for the commodity. And smaller the size of the population, less demand will be there for the commodity. So demand depends upon the size of the population. Then expectations about future prices. If the consumer expects the price to fall in future, he will buy less in the present at the prevailing price. Similarly, if he expects the price to rise in future, he will buy more in the present at prevailing price. Suppose you go to the market, and if you come to know that the price of onion will be rising for the next week, then whatever is the price, though the price of onion is rising this week, you are going to buy them. This is what is you have to understand about expectations about future prices. Sometimes we expect that price will rise or price will fall. Accordingly, though price is rising or though price is falling, we purchase more quantity or less quantity. Next, advertisement. Advertisement, sales promotion schemes, effective salesmanship tend to change the preferences in the consumers and lead to demand for many products. We know that when we see the advertisement, there is a temptation in our mind to buy the commodity. For example, cosmetics or Cadbury's, toothbrush, toothpaste, so many things are there, right? So we are buying because we get tempted. We like some of the people who are sponsoring that. Some of the great celebrities are giving the advertisement, and we tend to buy them. So advertisement also changes the demand for the product. Salesmanship also changes the demand for the product. If you go to the market and if a good salesman is there, he will see that you are going to buy the commodity. He will talk in a very nice way. He will be very, very polite, and you feel that you should buy the product, right? The next is taste, habits and fashions. Taste habits of a consumer influence the demand for a commodity. If a consumer likes to eat chocolates or consume tea, he will demand more of them, right? Sometimes we like the taste, so we go for that. Whatever is the price, we don't mind paying because we like that. We like some restaurant, we like some hotels where the food is very delicious, but it is costly. But even then we go and have that. So that is what you have to understand. Where we like some of the taste, we buy the commodity. Similarly, when the new fashion hits the market, the consumer demands that particular type of commodity, right? When the new fashion is coming into the market, generally fashionable goods are always costly, but we feel that we should also have that, so we buy them though the price is higher also. And if the commodity goes out of fashion, then suddenly the demand for that product tends to fall. So demand depends upon taste, habit, fashion. We like particular taste, so we demand that. We have a habit of having tea or coffee, we have that. We like particular fashion, so we purchase them. Next, level of taxation. High rates of taxes on goods and services would increase the price of the goods and services. So that would result in decrease in demand for goods or services and vice versa. See, when the taxes are very high, then commodities become very, very costly because the producer is covering the tax in the price. So those commodity become very, very costly. Then the demand for that commodity goes down. And if the tax is not there, then it becomes a cheap commodity. So people will go and buy them because they are cheap, their prices are less. And the other factors, climatic conditions, changes in technology, government policy, customs and traditions, etc. So according to climatic condition, demand changes. Like when there is a rainy season, we demand more umbrella, wind cheater, right? Then changes in technology. Now we don't want typewriter. Because technology has changed, so we need laptop, we need smartphone. Then government policy. Government is also having some of the schemes, so accordingly our demand is changing. Customs and traditions, our customs are there that at the time of Diwali or at the time of year ending, we take some of the commodity, we distribute the sweets. So according to customs and traditions, our demand keep changing. This is what you have to understand. So students, the question can be, explain the various determinants of demand. So here you have to give all the 11 points and you have to give the explanation. In economics, pointers are very important. You have to cover all 11 points under this. Explain the determinants of demand. Price, then income, then prices of substitute goods, price of complementary goods, nature of product, size of population, expectations about future prices, advertisement, taste, habits and fashion, level of taxation and other factors. So you have to complete the answer by giving entire thing. Thank you very much, students.